So Breanna Stewart is obviously the best player on the New York Liberty, who are the favorites to win the entire WNBA championship. Are they guarantees to win? Look, I'm saying this right now. If they're healthy the entire year, I would say they're close to being guarantees. A lot of people are like, oh, they were healthy last year, but I'm like, they were not healthy in the slightest last year. And they were missing players. They were injured for half of the year. And then coming into the playoffs, Breanna Stewart, in game one, that they won, tore her MCL. Like, they won game one against Phoenix Mercury. She was unbelievable. And she tore her MCL. And she was still the best player on the floor playing on a torn MCL for the rest of that series. But Breanna Stewart has now officially said she will be back to play against the Fever on Saturday. And this is one of those things where I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Like, Stewie's making sure she's coming back. She won't be, I don't think she'll be at training camp before that. And for people being like, oh, you know, this is such a big game. No, Stewie's going to play 10 minutes. Like, I don't think people understand how bad the New York Liberty have been in preseason. Like, if you guys don't know, like, there have been games where this happened in 2024. This happened in 2024. Like, it is hilarious with this team. They lost to the Sky by 50 points. Yes, by 50. Their team was here, was it? No Leo Phoebish. And if you're looking, Stewie played 21 minutes. Sabrina played 18. Sloop played 18. John Quell played 19. BLH played 20. Kayla Thornton 11. Brianna Frazier, who I think got cut, played 13. Esme Martinez, who I don't think made the team, played 15. Jalen Sherrod 10. First round pick Marquisha Davis 15. So they just kind of played everybody. And if you're looking at the Sky, like, the Sky played Dana Evans 29 minutes. Marina Mabry 20. Kennedy Carter had 11 points in 19 minutes. Bree Turner played. So, like, they kind of played a bit everyone as well. Like, even Kaiser Gondrzik had 9. But this was a funny one because I remember looking at it and I'm like, man, this Sky, like, everyone's like, oh, the Sky are going to be insane. They beat the Liberty by 50. I was like, man, the Liberty in preseason are not good. And people being like, oh, that was a one-off. Did you not remember they almost lost to the Toyota Antelopes last year? Like, if you're looking to score, at halftime, they were up by 6 points. They were up 6 points at halftime against the Toyota Antelopes. Like, the Toyota Antelopes, if I'm not mistaken, lost to the Wings. Yeah, they lost to the Wings by 60. It was like a tie game at halftime. The Liberty against the Liberty against the Antelopes. Jesus, like, Stewie and Sabrina were just cooking them, and then Marie and Johannes was just chucking. That's the only thing I remember. And they just played everybody, and it didn't really matter. They could not care less. Like, John Quell obviously started. Who did? Oh, Phoebish wasn't with the team yet. Niara didn't start at the 4. No, Kennedy Burke started before Phoebish got there. But I'd say, like, that was not their starting lineup. And then Marquisha Davis, who they cut, I think. And then she went to the Sky. But it is like, it's one of those things where a lot of people are responding to this being like, oh yeah, the Liberty know the Fever mean business. I'm like, man, Stewie's just looking to go out there and take a couple of shots. And people are like, oh yeah, you know, we need to see what this new look Liberty team will look like. They might lose by 40. They might lose by 40. Like, it is genuinely, like, her playing a Fenerbahce was a training camp. And if you guys don't know, like, Stewie in Euroleague was hilariously bad. Like, fun. It was genuinely comedy how bad Stewie was in Euroleague. Breanna Stewart this season in Euroleague averaged. So this was the last time she played in Euroleague. 21.7 points per game in 2023. 21.7 and had 35 points in the Euroleague final. That is the last time she played in Euroleague. Yeah, Breanna Stewart averaged 6 points per game in Euroleague this year. She shot like 10% from the field. Like, she was horrific. Like, genuinely horrific. And I mean, they would have walked it without her. Having with her meant that, you know, maybe she would have had to try. But like, I'm not gonna say she didn't try, but I will say that like it was very far from, you know, peak Stewie what we saw from her in Turkey. But yeah, a lot of people are putting a lot of stock in this preseason game, and they shouldn't be, to be honest. There shouldn't be any stock at all being put in this preseason game. I know some people are purely because they're like, you know what? Okay, yeah, she's back. She's back in Brooklyn. She's gonna play in the preseason game, and that this means a lot for the preseason. It's like, man, she might play 8 minutes. She might play 8 minutes. Like, it's gonna be one of those things where she is barely, and I mean barely, like, it doesn't really matter. And this is a team that does not try. This is a team that does not try ever in preseason. So all the people that are talking about how, oh yeah, you know, Stewie coming back basically means that that they're taking this game seriously and they're scared of Fever. Man, it's preseason. She got back today and was just like, you know what, I will play. I will go and play the game. Let's just get a couple of shots up. Let's not worry too much about anything else, and let's just chill, because this is a team that has won a championship. This is a player who's won 3 of them. This is a player who's won 3 MVP. 3? How many MVPs has she got? She's won 2018, 2023. She only have 2 MVPs. Jonquel Asia won 2020. Jonquel won 21. Asia won 22. Shows you got 2 MVPs. And 3 championships. So yeah, it's one of those things where, look, if she comes into this year and she doesn't even need to win an MVP, if she wins another championship and she goes 1 championship ahead of Angel Wilson, like, you're in it could possibly get to the stage where the GOAT conversation is between these 2 players. So there's a much bigger thing with Breanna Stewart. She cares a lot more about what happens in September than she cares about what happens in May. So I think she's just going to be chilling. She's just going to be chilling this game. And, I mean, there's going to be a crowd there. So, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys.